Hey guys, it's C1 from C-Team and welcome back to our GregTech tutorial series. We left off making the basic tools needed for GregTech and now we will be putting them to use. In today's video, we will be taking our first step into the world of GregTech by entering the Bronze Age via the low pressure systems. The materials needed for today's video will be a furnace, coal, water, lava, lots of tin, copper, and clay, among a small amount of other materials that you can grab as needed. And don't forget your GregTech tools that we covered in the last video. There are also two ways to generate power for GregTech tools and machinery, which is steam and electricity, also known as EU in GregTech. At this stage of the mod, we only have access to steam, so we will first make the low pressure steam solid boiler to get power to our machines. To craft the low pressure steam solid boiler, we are going to take 5 bronze plates, 2 blocks of bricks, a furnace, and a wrench. Now if you watched our previous video, you already know how to make plates for GregTech, so I'm just going to show you how to make bronze if you are unfamiliar. You should be able to craft the bronze using 1 tin ingot, 3 copper ingots, and once you've made 10 bronze ingots, you'll have enough to make your 5 bronze plates. After you complete the crafting of your low pressure steam solid boiler, you will need to supply it with water. I recommend you find an infinite source of water of your choice if possible. If you can't get an infinite source, then you have to fill a tank and just bucket it in. For this video I'm using the eternal water block from EvilCraft. Once you have water in the machine, then you can add some coal for your fuel. It takes a while for it to heat up, but a single piece of coal burns for a long time. The water will be converted to steam at 373,000 temperature. If the boiler reaches the steam cap while still having fuel, it will purge 4,000 millibuckets of steam. So be sure you have the steam going somewhere or pull your fuel out to keep from losing any steam. Now that you've got your steam, you can pipe it to a machine to power it. For the steam pipes, I recommend aluminum again because it's abundant and it transports steam at the highest millibucket per tick rate than any other material that you have access to at this point in the mod. To craft the fluid pipe, you will use 1 aluminum plate, a wrench, and a hammer. Simply place your pipe anywhere on the boiler and use your wrench to configure it. When you connect your steam pipe to the working machine, make sure it's not covering the vent. With any of these working machines, the vent has to be clear of any blocks in order to operate. Let's move on to the low pressure steam liquid boiler. To craft this, you will need 12 bronze plates, 3 blocks of bricks, the hammer, and 1 glass. First, craft the bricked bronze casing using 5 bronze plates, 3 blocks of brick, and the hammer. Then take 7 bronze plates, 1 glass, and the casing to finish the crafting for the boiler. To fuel this boiler, you will need lava. Unless you happen to have a good supply of lava, this may not be a good way of getting your steam. However, the boiler does produce twice as much steam at 12 millibuckets per tick than the other 2 boilers that we cover in this video. Add your water and lava and this will generate your steam for your machines. The last boiler is the low pressure steam solar boiler. To craft this, you will need 7 bronze plates, 3 blocks of brick, 3 silver plates, 3 glass, the hammer, and the wrench. First, make the bricked bronze casing again. Then make 2 bronze fluid pipes. Combine those with your glass and you'll get the low pressure steam solar boiler. Fill your boiler with water and then you will need to expose it to sunlight to increase the temperature, resulting in steam. This does work inside of a building as long as any blocks directly above the boiler are cleared out of the way, allowing sunlight to reach the top of the boiler. And of course, this boiler only generates steam during the day, so just keep that in mind when you work at nighttime. That's all we will cover in this video. Now you can generate steam to power your GregTech machines. In our next video, we will begin making the material processing machines. Thank you guys for watching and be sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below with any questions or specific video requests. Peace.